And welcome back for a quick happy birthday to James Riley, who had chimed in, I think it was not yesterday, but the day prior, saying your birthday was today. So as long, like I say, as long as you give me the suggestion before your birthday comes, I'll do the suggestion. And as long as it can be done as a one shot, who would win, what if, whatever. And you would ask the question, who would win in an eating contest? Goku, Naruto, or Luffy? Three of the most widely large appetites known in the Shonen series. Though Goku, technically, Dragon Ball's not Shonen, technically. Or it was Shonen before Shonen, I guess. Either way, who would win in an eating contest? We have Goku, the Saiyan, who can just put it away. Naruto, who is famous for inhaling ramen, and Luffy, who has always had a great appetite, but I think because he's rubber, it allows him to just expand his body even more. So who wins in an eating contest if they're starving? That was also a big part of this. Well, unfortunately, I'm actually going to have to take Naruto out of the equation here. Why? Naruto can put ramen away like no one's business. We've seen that. He can go through, and he doesn't even have the record. He doesn't have the record for most bowls of ramen eaten. His wife does. He not does. And yet she's able to keep that figure. Guys, get yourself a woman who can eat you under the table and yet still keep a six-pack. But yeah, he doesn't even have the record for ramen, and he loves ramen. He's known for it. And beyond that, it's he can put it away, but in terms of how much he can eat, it's really not a cartoonish amount compared to the amount of ramen he puts away. It's also possible his Uzumaki heritage or the Nine Tails being in him upped his metabolism or something like that. But because he's really just human and can challenge, and we've seen him not really eat banquet halls or anything out of business. I think I'd have to say Naruto has to be taken off the list here. So it would then come down to Luffy and Goku. And that gets a little tricky. If we're talking about if they're both starving and how much both these guys can put away ultimately from what we've seen. Now again, I'm not a huge One Piece guy. I've read some of it, I've seen some of it, but I don't know every single little bit of it. And in fact, I am going to Google something right now just to be certain on where I'm going to be going with this thought process. I know Luffy, how much can Luffy eat? That's how basically how much can, why is my thing sliding like this? This is weird. Can Luffy eat? All right, let's see how much they say Luffy can eat. In One Piece, eating an enormous amount of food because he can stretch his body the size of his stomach, or any size. He's known for his balanced, appetite, and carefree personality. Ate 100 plates of food on a whim. Ate a small car-sized plate of food as an appetizer in less than a second. Eats meat to recover from exhaustion faster. Okay, so those are some examples I can give. Now, Goku, we know, can literally go through entire restaurants worth of food. He can. He's also looked at fish 3 times the size of him and just go, you're a little small, but just right for making sushi. The Saiyan metabolism is nuts. It will just, they burn through so many calories so quickly. That being said, a small car-sized plate of food as an appetizer in less than a second, that isn't something we've seen Goku do. Now, this lends itself to the more cartoony nature of One Piece, certainly. 100 plates of food on a whim. Because of his body basically not having a physical limitation per se, because of his rubber. Technically, rubber has a limitation too. It's just he'll never reach that limitation. Because of that, he does have an unfair advantage over Goku. I'll say this: if Luffy just had, say, normal biology and no standard appetite, without, say, the double fruit in there, I would give it to Goku. His biology lets him burn his calories faster, from what we can tell, and we've seen him just put restaurants on call. They're on deck if he shows up. We've seen him eat massive amounts of food in one go and be fine. And literally not even have the cartoonish. That's another thing though. He eats so much he doesn't have the cartoonish stomach. When he was a kid, he got the belly, sure, but as an adult, he can put it away and not have that big, be that big round belly of being full. But because Luffy doesn't really have a limitation built in because of that, and because of his devil fruit, I would actually say it'd be Luffy who would win, provided that he still has he's got his devil fruit. He's got his devil fruit. If for some reason we're looking at Luffy before he got his devil fruit, I'd go Goku. Otherwise, I would actually say it's Luffy, just because his physicality prevents him from really ever being truly filled up. At least the amount of food he would need to get there and basically just be like, I've hit my limit, is so great that I don't think he'd ever hit it. Unless he ever meets a villain who just constantly starts putting food down his throat, just boom, boom, boom. Let's see what your limit is, Straw Hat. How can he keep growing? Because yeah, rubber does have limitations to it. As much as it represents freedom, it still has built-in limits. It can't take sharp objects or pointing very well. It can only stretch so far and take so much damage. So yeah, I would actually say it's Luffy who would win in an all-out eating contest if all three of these guys are starving. But this is just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.